26. $30. 35.
He's not going to bother with the black. It was a bit of an edgy frame from both players. But in the end, Matthew Stevens, with that break of 41, gets himself back into the lead. It's 11-10 to the Welshman.
Well, as we heard from Dennis and Neil, there's definitely some tension creeping into this match, but Matthew Stevens is holding his nerve and he's got his nose back in front. Let's rejoin it in frame 22. Hawkins at the table, leading by 15 points.
Well, he's hit the wrong red. What a mistake Barry's just made there. He played safe off another red, missed it completely, and just hit that half ball and stuck the red up. Absolutely amazing. How costly is that going to be? Have a look at this. He's just playing thin off that one, missed it completely, and stuck Matthew in.
That was pressure, wasn't it? He really tried something there.
One.
And that might be the kind of mistake that cost him the match. I know he can't lose it in this frame, but 12-10 down, and frame that he was starting to look favourite to win. Gifted a chance now.
Eight. Nine.
It's not an easy run to the winning post in this frame. There's quite a few obstacles.
16.
3 reds that are fairly awkward.
Yeah, but I think you might be able to cannon them out here, 2 of them, off from this shot, and hold for the black. Yeah, that's a big shot, significant shot in the course of the frame. I think he's played there.
Yeah, even if he gets down to the one that's closest to the pink, it will pass into the corner. And looking at the scoreboard,
24.
he will need that, but that one little cannon
25.
there just opened the game up. So it's proving to be very costly, that error from Barry Hawkins, when he missed the red completely. He's going to have to go up for the blue here. He had to hit that, and I don't think he can hold for the black, so must get the correct side on the blue. And look at this. What has Matthew Stevens done there?
32.
Well, it just shows you even the number of times he's been here at the Crucible. That's a little bit of tension there.
Yeah, he missed a black into that pocket at the same area. Both players feeling it, you can tell. Not surprising.
He can drop on either of these reds, but he's got to be a little bit careful. If he stuns the blue in and just slips up past the black, he doesn't want to cannon that black. Oh, he's got to be careful. He hits the wrong side of the pink. He's just about okay there. If he had hit that
6.
pink half ball, he'd have snookered himself, Neil.
Yeah, the problem is, if he could have potted this red and played on the pink, the last red would have been on. So, not the case now. And the
7.
break will end after the next shot, because no way he can get on the red.
He'll have a good chance with the snooker, though, won't he? And being a left-hander, he'll probably leave the white over that side. But it's much easier if you were the right side of the black, as we look at it, to send the red around the angles and get the snooker behind the black. If he goes over the left side of the table, it's a little bit awkward. And that's why he's come back across the table. But I'll tell you what, he snookered himself. What has he done here? Both players making elementary mistakes, and that's all down to the tension. What a mistake that was.
I think he's getting things a little bit too complicated in his mind. I mean, if he rolls that in, he might not be the right side, but he doesn't snooker himself. And a bit like the safety shot he played earlier. Can just get to the edge of this red, by the way, so it's not the end of the world. And the pink helped him, but I just feel that Barry's
Barry Hawkins 14.
getting slightly complicated on the safety shots. And you know, when you're under pressure, you've got to keep the game simple where possible.
This is a pretty good shot here. Very good shot to judge that. Barry Hawkins, a little wry smile. Barry's got to be careful not to catch one of those colours if he sends the red around the table. Played to perfection. Very good shot there. Just show you the shot again, but the green and brown is not a bad target to try and get in behind. Matthew'd like to keep the red safe also if he attempts to get behind green and brown.
Very good part. And one that could go on and winning the frame. It was thin. It was a shot to nothing. It's going to be the yellow, followed by the yellow again. And if that shot is going to be the difference between winning and losing this match.
I think he's very relieved to be back at the table after he missed that very easy red in the corner pocket, but can he hold himself together here? He needs the green, the brown and the blue, which are normally a formality, but these are not normal circumstances. This is the key shot.
8.
And he's come up a little bit short. He's looking round at the scoreboard. You've got to get on the blue, Matthew.
Well, it's a natural to come down the table for the blue, but these can be missed. He's just had a look at the potting angle. Just. Only just.
12.
safely in and didn't try anything too clever there.
17. Matthew Stevens,
Well,
17.
20 points the difference, 13 left. Barring snookers, he's 12-10 up.
And Matthew Stevens is now 1 frame away from a spot in the quarterfinals of the Crucible for the first time in 5 years. We'll move on to frame 23. Stevens at the table, trailing by 35 points.
They flicked the red near the pocket. Has he covered it? Pretty certain he has. He's covered it with a red. It's not really a shot that you could plant. The red is not exactly hanging over the pocket.
He might have to play that red that's over the pocket. He's looking to see if he left the cue ball on this cushion, would it cut in? But I think he can pass the red that's blocking that one and maybe leave the white in the jaws of the corner pocket. That's how close to the pocket it is, so... Have to be precise with this shot. I think he may have stuck the red up. There's a gap through to the one that's over the pocket. So a bit of a chance. That little shake of the head tells you that he's left exactly what you're looking at now. So a chance for Matthew Stevens. It's not an easy chance, but there's, what, 3 fairly comfortable reds to go at. That hasn't helped. Didn't intend to cannon that.
8.
He's got a slight angle with this, but it's awkward cueing. He's pretty good with the opposite hand, but even then the bridging's a little awkward. He's looked at the one to the middle pocket. This wasn't the one he was intending to have to play.
Hit it very well. It's going to take a mighty clearance though from here. Well, just looking at what sort of shot he would have if he stunned it where the pink is now, and that's what he's done. Well, he'd have a cut along the cushion of the red, but that's not an easy shot. Run round the back of the black, perhaps, to be on that into the same pocket. But again, this one is full counter attention. So let's see pop. He doesn't want to be straight on this. If he is, he might look at the pink.
Well, absolutely dead straight, so he needs to hit it with left-hand side when he screws back. Watch the white as it hits the cushion. Now you see the reverse side just spinning off to the left as you look at it. And if he can get a good angle on his next colour, he can get to those 2 difficult reds. And, well,
24.
He has got the angle. He may elect to come off 2 cushions and disturb them. He could drop in behind them. He's just thinking about it, but he's got the perfect angle to move them. That's the angle he could take if he pots the black with screw and a little bit of side. Now he's looking to see if he drops in behind them. So it's up to Matthew how he feels, where he wants to put that cue ball. He's gone to move them. How's your luck? Not the best.
31.
I think he wanted to push the red out towards the middle pocket to take it into the opposite middle. Either red he takes on, he could pop, but both are difficult. Might be thinking about the red up the table into the top right-hand pocket. Now he's back on the other one. Got to judge this angle right. Difficult when cue ball and object ball are close together. Both shots are decidedly awkward.
Terrific recovery pop there. And now Matthew Stevens is just 3 points behind as we show you that very delicate shot into the middle pocket. Barry's just sitting there. He knows the red's awkward, the last red. Is he going to leave a double here? He's had to. Well, no double now. He was playing the white further out into the table to take the double on, but a good safety shot here. If he can get the white in behind the black and get a good red, he's 4 points in front. But he definitely played to leave the double, and he didn't hit it hard enough.
Yeah, it would have been the kind of double which could have taken him for the black. It could have been all over. What he can do is retain the advantage. There's the shot he played, screwed across further and up the table more he wanted. But I think he should be aware that he can get a really good advantage now. He's only 4 points in front. But if he can put Barry in trouble, then that would be maybe what is almost a certainty that he would get through. Barry is battling away, but the next shot might be difficult. He's looking at still playing the double. I think that's a crazy shot, personally.
I cannot believe that. If he's got the snooker, he is so lucky there.
I don't even think the double was on, did it?
The double, he was trying to play it beside and make it into a double. The shot wasn't on. He should have played back behind the black. He took a double that he was always going to struggle to make the angle for, and he's fluked the snooker. Well, is that how Barry Hawkins is going to go out of this year's Betfred.com World Championship? Well, it all depends what happens here. Is he going to try and get the snooker back here? Oh, it's delicate. That's pretty good. He might possibly be snookered again, but he was in a bit of a hole there.
Really surprised that Matthew played that shot. He's been so composed, and he tends to play the right shots, but it was has to have been the wrong shot. It's not quite as easy as it looks, this. It looks as if he can just skim off it and get the snooker, but I suspect it's not easy just to cover the red completely.
I'll tell you what, Barry Hawkins' shot was extremely well played to leave it this awkward, because as I say, he's got to try and judge this to try and get the snooker. He's managed to get the snooker here, and it's more difficult this time for Barry Hawkins.
Well, Matthew probably very relieved. He looked at the shot that he played there on the monitor, and he knows in his heart that he played the wrong shot, and he was lucky with that double. Not so lucky on the last shot, though.
Wow, he's got the snooker back. He just clipped the red barely there. It's all happening out. there on the table at this crucial stage of this match. Just have a look at this. Maybe it's not quite a snooker, but looking at that shot, if he just played it playing ball, he could go into the middle pocket with the cue ball. It's not a snooker. Now, can Barry Hawkins knock this long red on and keep his hopes alive in this year's World Championship? Big shot coming up. Let's make your mind up time. I think he's got to go for it. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant from Barry Hawkins.
Screwed back, if anything, a little too far. It's a tremendous pot. He'd like to have been straighter on the pink. Well, he's hit it too well. Just a delicate little shot if you place the pink. The shot is on. But, kind of shot, if you just grip the cue a little too much, it can get the shot slightly incorrectly. He's playing with topspin. It's a very good shot to get onto the yellow in that pocket. I must admit, there didn't seem to be much room there. That was excellent.
7.
Yes, he didn't want to risk going across the other side because the middle pocket was in the way, and he judged it to perfection. We just show it to you one more time. If he had tried to leave it in the other pocket, he could have gone in the middle pocket with the cue ball. Lots of noise from the other side of the arena. They're in between frames. So Matthew Stevens must
60.
be wondering, okay, fluke the snooker, but when he took that double on that just wasn't available really, could have been the difference in this frame.
This has been a very gritty clearance, though, Dennis.
Well done, Barry Hawkins. You've kept yourself in this year's World Championship. Matthew Stevens did have a chance. He didn't take it. And Barry is just one behind now. It's 12-11.
Frame 24. Matthew Stevens to break.
Matthew breaking off. Still wants the one frame. Hawkins wants two. But definite tension and nerves being shown in the last frame.
Well, it's an early difficult chance for Barry Hawkins. He feels he can take this pot on, and if he gets it right, he'll avoid the cannon into the black and red there. Now, where's that red going to finish? Where's the cue ball going to finish? Well, he's looked to see if the red will pass the brown to the middle pocket, but if he was going to take that on, he'd have to do something with the cue ball to get nicely on a colour. Now you see there's enough room to take the pot on. We'll know before he does if it's in or not, and that's, well, nowhere near once he hit the brown.
He's played that a bit thick, but the cue ball did travel all the way down.
Both players left the arena, and you can see with Matthew there a little bit of tissue on his cheek. He's probably just put a bit of cold water on his face to and just wiped himself with a towel. He does pick those shots for nothing out very well. I say a shot to nothing. He takes the pot if it goes in. He's got a chance of a ball colour. If it doesn't, it's safe. And this is a key early shot. Brown to the middle pocket. It's a natural angle to get up to the reds.
Played too far down the table. I think he was ensuring the brown went in.
5.
He's got something here into the left corner. It goes in, it becomes a really good chance.
Six.
Not an easy chance just yet. There's a couple of reds he can drop on. The one to the right of the pack, the one just above the black. Got an angle on the yellow. Don't know whether it's the time to go into the bunch. Not just yet, I wouldn't think. He's played for that one that's nearest the black, and he's played it perfectly.
8. Nine.
I'm not sure if one of the two reds to the left of the pack is available into the pocket that he's taking the black. He's looking at that now. And there you can see it's not available. That's a bit too tight. That's why he had to go for the other one. And it's not a good position just yet, because the pink's away from the red.
60.
So if he rolls this in, gets on the blue, it's not ideal to split the reds.
$17.
And so he's got the angle on the blue, but because of the situation of the pink, if he's going to play that shot, he'd have to hit the pink absolutely full in the face to then disturb the reds. Well, is he running around the angles to get into them? He is. How's your luck? If the red goes to the middle, it's okay.
Well, he deserves to be on one because he played that really well.
22.
Good cue power, accuracy, hit the bottom red full on. I think it does go to the middle. He's just lining the shot up rather than seeing if it goes. I think it's there. I'm not sure about that one. It was always near jaw.
As we show you that again, he's just looked at the two reds to see if they're a possible plant into the same pocket as the black. We'll find out shortly. There's another red next to them that also may go. So he's got a choice here. He's looked at the two reds, but he's got the single red. The other two are not quite in line for the pocket. Just getting up again and making absolutely sure. Matthew's already been in 7 quarterfinals here at the Crucible. What's he looking at that plant for? He's a couple of shots ahead. Just make sure the red, get a good angle on the black, and then worry about what you're going to do. Well, he decided to
31.
play off the red.
I think that was the safest way. He could guarantee to be on a bulk colour. Didn't want to disturb the other plant, but he had no choice, because that was on as well.
Well, they're gradually all starting to open up, and when he pots this one, it's going to clear the path for another red.
34. $35.
Well, he could just drop this in. It's not a particularly nice shot to be playing, but it doesn't have to, because I think red's pot to the opposite corner pocket. A bit nearer the cushion than he would like. Barry Hawkins hopes to come back to the table, but that is not guaranteed.
42.
Now then, left-handed with the rest looks with the rather than use the rest, that looks a dangerous shot. And he's got a cannon the red above it, so he's got to be sure of this.
And the pink's going over the middle pocket. He holds his hand up to apologise, but he was always going to have a chance at the blue, even if the pink didn't finish up there. Well, what a terrific opportunity now. 49 in front. He has played some tremendous snooker this second session, as well as anyone in the tournament. He's made 3
49.
centuries, Neil. Can he close it out here?
Well, that's also a good shot. Not sure that he played it once again.
He's held his hand up. Yeah, held his hand up. He was playing for the black there.
Yeah, maybe he's been a bit lucky, but you know what? I think he deserves it. However, now, this pink, when respotted, behind its spot, that'll be, he thinks he's not on the red. Straight away, he realised what had happened there. Now, if Aaron Williams gets this tight up, this has got to be done to perfection. I'm sure it will be, and there's a chance he might not be on the red. Here's the previous shot, and on it, sees the cue ball has actually gone on the pink spot. This is an important one.
I don't think he'll be able to pot this when the pink goes back.
Not supposed to be touching those two balls. There's supposed to be a gap between them. He's placed it on, and as he feared, can't get to the easy red, so maybe there's still some mileage in this match. This is a thin one to keep the break going. It's been so easy to just drop that red in. I think it would have been all over.
This is a very thin snick he's faced with. He's 56 in front. It's a bit of a free shot because he could finish on a balk colour, but it's a thin one. It's there. How's the cannon on the brown? The brown needs to bounce. Well, if he doesn't fancy the brown, he can go tight in behind the green, and 57 in front and a snooker. As we show you the red going again. Barry Hawkins. He's still in this year's World Championship, but look what he's faced with.
Stevens, 57.
That has to be the right shot. Didn't see any value in the brown. Of course, if it goes in, probably wins the match, but he could have easily missed it. The way things stand, he really is in the driving seat now. How on earth is Barry going to hit a red and not leave one on? And of course, you know, the nature of the misdraw, we've got. Maybe you can afford to not hit a red on 2 occasions here. The points will mount up, so he could do with hitting one now.
Yeah, he's looked at the possibility of getting to that red that's near the black, but I can't see an easy path to just hit it from behind. He's got a big problem here. See, if he comes off there and hits the red, the left side of the table, he's going to stick one up. Well, he shakes his head, and I can't see any easy way out of hitting a red and getting it safe here. He's just waiting to see the outcome of this shot. He knows if it goes wrong, he's in the quarter-final.
Well, the more he looks at it, the more harder it seems, because it's one thing to hit a ball, but it's hard to imagine how he can leave one safe. Just a red and any colours, all that Matthew Stevens wants.
Just sometimes you come to the table and there just isn't any shot available to you, and that's why he's stood there shaking his head. He just raises his hand. He's been thinking about this for nearly 2.5 minutes. He knows that this could be his last shot in this year's World Championship, and he can't see one.
2.5 minutes, but I think we'll say that he's got every right to take as long as he can on this. That's very unfortunate. He's just missed it. And, well, I think Matthew has to have this put back, and like I say, I think he needs to hit the next one, because otherwise the shot after he won't be able to win. So he really has to make contact here.
Yeah, there's still a possible 67 points on the table at the moment. He's trying to just glance off this slightly. Oh, what an effort.
It's an absolutely brilliant shot. To hit that side of the red, just keeps him in this tournament, just hanging on by a thread after that. Brilliant escape, to the point where Matthew has not got a pot available. Matthew will be leaving as many reds near cushions as he possibly can.
When you consider how well Matthew Stevens has played in this match, it says quite a lot for his opponent, Barry Hawkins, to be just one frame behind. He's hit that much too thick. But there's no easy pot available to Matthew. He just needs the one red. Can he hit this one thin enough to cut it into the left corner? He'll get back down the table off that. That's what he's attempting. This could put him in the quarter-final. One cut into the corner will do it.
Well, it's there. That is it.
One.
And he's on the ground as well. This has been a tense afternoon and a very hard-fought match, of which Barry Hawkins, it would appear, has lost.
Yes, Barry knocked the world #1 out, Mark Selby. Okay, Mark having a few problems with his neck, but he played tremendously well, and he's put up a terrific battle here. But it's the Welshman that's going to come out on top. But it's been a very, very entertaining clash between these two players.
It certainly has. I reckon the concession is coming. It is. Barry Hawkins gives warm congratulations to Matthew Stevens. Two good guys here, but the battle has been won today by Matthew Stevens, and he's through to the quarter-finals of the fr.21 World Championship. He punches the air in delight.
Matthew, it's turning out to be a great World Championships for you. Your first quarter-final since 2007.
I can't remember that far back, to be honest. No, it's nice. It was tough today. You know, well, it was tough over the 2 days because Barry's such a hard competitor. You know, I felt as if I played really well yesterday. Only been 8-all. You know, I was pleased, but disappointed in a way. But you know, because I was scoring well, but today was just a real battle. But came through it. But it's nice to get back in the quarters again.
How important was it to take the last two yesterday?
Oh, it's very important. You know, when Barry gets the lead, you know, he doesn't miss many easy balls. You know, he's very tough and he's hard. You know, I was fighting all day yesterday, and you know, I was pleased the way I stuck in there. You know, I could have easily got, you know, let my head go down a bit, but you know, produced some good breaks at vital times.
What is it about this venue that seems to inspire you so much? You've produced some good matches here over the years. When your form at other times of the year haven't been going well, you've always nailed it here. Yeah,
I've had some bad performances as well, but no, you know, if you can't play well, you can't play well anywhere. You know, it's what you practice for as a kid growing up. You know, is to come, you know, and play in front of big audiences, live on telly, and you know, I enjoy it. You know, but hopefully now I can keep going.
A bit of a Welsh resurgence at this year's championship. What about your thoughts on this quarter-final against Ryan?
I'm playing Ryan, am I? I'm joking. Yeah, no, yeah, it'll be good. You know, it's the first time we probably met in a big tournament. You know, later on in especially the World Championship. But no, we'll have some fun at the start. But no doubt we'll get a bit tense. You know, towards the end.
Is it hard playing a mate?
Yeah, it is. You know, because we room together. You know, all the PTCs. You know, we share the same room, but I won't be speaking to him for a while yet. No, but I think we're going to watch the football tonight, so it's just a nice little chilling night tonight, and back on the table in the morning against Ryan.
Well done today. You're still in it?
Yeah, just.
And you heard Rob Walker talking to Matthew Stevens and alluding to that amazing record he's got here. He's making his 13th appearance here at the Crucible. 4th time now he's in the quarterfinals, 3 times in the semi-finals, twice runner-up. And Steve, both times he was runner-up, he led both times in the final.
Yes, and I think experience does count for something here at the Crucible. And he was 6-3 down, I think, in that match against Barry Hawkins and turned it around. That's a very good result, really, for him. And also, calmly through. He's not getting too excited about things. He knows what it takes to go the distance. And
I suppose he also knows that Ryan Day, a bit like Matthew himself, is also a player who's a resurgent one.
Yeah, it should be a very interesting quarter-final. You know, both players have sort of come back to form, and particularly Ryan Day in this event. But Matthew Stevens, he has the proven track record, and particularly here, he loves playing in the longer sessions, the World Championship, UK Championship, and of course even the Masters, and he's going to be tough to stop.
Steve, he's 34 now. I suppose a few years ago, some people may have thought his best days were behind him, despite the fact he's only 34.
Yes, but I think application is the key for Matthew, and I think he looks like he's knuckled down this season, forced his way back into the top 16, which I think in today's world is a very good effort. Never been a problem with his talent, and that's quite a good attribute to have. He's up against Ryan Day, who has to some degree underachieved a bit himself. So, but what we guaranteed is Welshmen in the semi-finals.
Indeed, the Welsh have done pretty well in this tournament. Let's take a look at how the second round draw is unfolding. Stephen Hendry into the quarterfinals. Defending champion John Higgins is out. Steve Maguire is next for the 7-time champion after beating Joe Perry. Andrew Higginson trails Jamie Jones 10-6 with 1 session to go. Ali Carter won a thrilling match against Judd Trump this afternoon. Ronnie O'Sullivan needs just 2 more frames against Mark Williams. Australian Neil Robertson was the first man into the quarterfinals. Ryan Day continues his resurgence. He defeated Sao Yupeng. And then another Welshman, Matthew Stevens, will be his quarter-final opponent. Well, looking ahead to tonight's action, of course, just keeping the Welsh theme going, Jamie Jones, the qualifier, he has been fantastic. I love the way he's going about his business, Steve. He looks full of confidence.
Yes, he does. I mean, like, we've had many debutants have come here to the Crucible and have completely collapsed. That certainly isn't the case. Jamie's had lots of practice this season, playing match play, lots of the tournaments, we have more tournaments than ever before, and he looks like a more accomplished player than his years suggest. So looks like he's on the brink of getting to the quarter-finals. Be a marvellous result for him. But make no mistake, Andrew Higginson's got a bit more experience and is a fighter.
Yeah, have you been watching much of Jamie Jones?
Yeah, I commentated on the second session of theirs, and Jamie Jones played very fluently, scored very, very heavily, and I think that last frame, even last night, that he nicked on the black, he doubled the black to lead 10-6, could be a crucial frame. And of course, he won a frame where he needed snookers early on in the match, 4-2. So those two frames could prove crucial in the context of the whole match.
OK, well, today we lost the favourite at the start of this tournament, Judd Trump, and the new favourite for the tournament is in action tonight, Steve. Ronnie O'Sullivan against Mark Williams. What hope for Mark Williams tonight?
Not much.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
No.
After the comeback we saw from Judd Trump today?
Yeah, OK.
From Ali Carter?
I think Ronnie O'Sullivan won't be in any way, shape or form to get him back into it. I think that's probably the bottom line. OK, yeah, we do have the comebacks. Yes, I know. But I kept an eye on Ronnie O'Sullivan's match, even though I was commentating on the other table. His second session, it was in blistering form. Looked like a champion in the making, as we said at the top of the show. I can't really see Mark... Yeah, he can get. Of course he can.
If anyone should know about comebacks, it should be Steve Davis.
Yeah, and Dennis Taylor. Well, we won't mention that. What year was it again?
85.
How do you think that's going to end up tonight?
Well, I mean, as Steve said, Ronnie's in blistering form, but Mark Williams has given himself an outside chance. He won the last two frames yesterday. He's given himself a chance, and he'll be clinging on to that chance tonight. OK, well, Steve, Ken, thank you very much. It's been a wonderful afternoon of snooker. Thank you at home for watching. I hope you've enjoyed all the action. Surely you have. A reminder that Hazel will be back at 7 p.m. this evening with action from Ronnie O'Sullivan and Mark Williams and Andrew Higginson against Jamie Jones. But for now, from the Crucible, on a day that belonged to Ali Carter, we wish you goodbye.